In the dark and wanton galaxy of the 41st millennium, heroes rise not from peace, but from endless conflict. Among them stands Helbrecht, High Marshal of the Black Templars, a warrior forged in fire, shaped by duty, and driven by unshakable faith in the Emperor. Today we uncover the story of one of the greatest sons of Sigismund. Helbrecht's rise began like many within the Black Templars, through acts of brutal courage. His earliest recorded feats was slaying a monstrous xenos vampire on Cephean 6, earning him a place among the elite sword brethren of the chapter. He participated in the Indomitus Crusade, where he famously held the line at Death Creek Ridge against tyrannid bioforms. His unwavering faith and tactical ability saw him rise swiftly through the ranks. When High Marshal Courtheld fell in battle, Helbrecht was elected as his successor in 989 of the 41st millennium, assuming the mantle of High Marshal of the Black Templars. One of Helbrecht's most defining campaigns was during the Third War for Armageddon. In 998, as Hive-World Armageddon came under siege by Ghazghkull Mag Uruk Tarak, Helbrecht led a major Black Templars contingent to reinforce Imperial defenses. He collaborated with the Imperial Navy's Admiral Perrault, engaging in several key naval battles against Orc Void fleets. Helbrecht proved himself to be a brilliant fleet commander, personally orchestrating modern actions and exterminating xenos threats with precision. Though the war ended inconclusively and Ghazghkull escaped, Helbrecht was undeterred. Alongside Commissar Yarick, he swore to pursue the warboss across the stars, continuing what would become a legendary hunt. Despite his many victories, Helbrecht's tale is not without tragedy. On the planet Schrödinger 7, his forces clash with the Necrons of the Imotekh dynasty, led by Imotekh the Stormlord. During a personal duel atop a frozen causeway, Helbrecht struck a grievous wound on the Stormlord. However, Imotekh counterattacked, besting Helbrecht and severing his right hand, a mark of humiliation the Stormlord would long remember. Helbrecht and his forces were forced to retreat. The wound went beyond the physical. It was a blow to his pride and the Black Templars' honor. Following this defeat, Helbrecht embarked on a spiritual journey. He returned to the Phalanx, the fortress monastery of the Imperial Fists, and stood before the tomb of Rogel Dorn. There, he reflected deeply on duty, failure, and faith. After a 5-year pilgrimage, he emerged renewed. His hand replaced with a bionic gauntlet, his spirit strengthened, Helbrecht prepared to reclaim the glory he once lost. Years later, aboard his flagship Sigismund, Helbrecht confronted Imotekh once more. He launched a daring assault on the inevitable Conqueror, a Necron tomb ship, crippling its systems and leading a boarding action personally. In the close-quarters melee of the Necron vessel, Helbrecht once again faced the Stormlord. This time, through grit and divine wrath, he prevailed, redeeming his past defeat and reclaiming his honor. With the opening of the Great Rift, Helbrecht was summoned by Roboute Guilliman to take part in the Indomitus Crusade. As High Marshal, he led the Black Templars into countless new battles against the horrors spilling into the galaxy. During this time, Helbrecht underwent the Rubicon Primaris surgery, becoming one of the newly reforged Primaris Space Marines. The transformation was excruciating, but he survived, becoming stronger, faster, and more resilient than ever before. Helbrecht's faith in the Emperor and the mission of the Black Templars only deepened with his ascension. Helbrecht remains the embodiment of the Black Templars' militant zeal. As High Marshal, he commands with absolute authority, bearing the sigils of Sigismund, the eternal Crusader, and leading his chapter across the stars in an endless war for mankind's survival. His personal creed reflects the chapter's core tenets.
The galaxy is the Emperor's. Anyone who challenges the claim is an enemy who must be destroyed.
To Helbrecht, there is no peace, no compromise, only crusade. Helbrecht is more than a warrior. He is the spiritual and martial heart of the Black Templars, a symbol of holy wrath and relentless determination. From his rise in fire to his rebirth as a Primaris champion, he carries Sigismund's legacy into the darkest corners of the galaxy. In a universe consumed by war, Helbrecht stands as one of the Emperor's most zealous champions. His crusade eternal. Like, comment and subscribe for more Warhammer deep dives. And remember, if you see a knight wielding a sword and wearing candles, better go on your knees and pray to the Emperor. And as always, stay grimdark.